Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome back to another edition of Evolution of Pro Wrestling. Tonight, we're going to be having a very unique individual. We're going to have the distinct honor and pleasure of introducing to you the former WWE superstar. He has taken on many rivalries in WWE. He's won numerous titles around the country. He's a former WXW heavyweight champion, tag team champion, LCW heavyweight champion. This man was ranked 83 out of 500 in the PWI Illustrated in 2005. We are going to be welcoming to the show none other than Gene Snitsky, the American Slasher. Let's bring him in right now. Okay, it's going to be interesting to hear what this man has to say regarding his career. Also, a event that just took place this Saturday. ECPW presents Law Division. He was a part of that. We're also going to mention that today as we go along on the show. So we're just waiting for him to come aboard, and he should be coming on shortly. And, Mr. Snitsky. And I have a little trouble following him. All right. Still waiting, fans. I do apologize. All right, Daniel Grimmins, what's going on, my man? Thank you for watching. We're just waiting for G. Snitsky here. Having a little technical difficulty. He should be coming on shortly. Okay. Okay, my apologies, fans. Okay, Mr. Snitsky. How are you, sir? All right, I'm sorry about this, fans. We're having little issues here. Oh, here he is. We're going to bring him in right now. Okay, I believe he is connecting. Okay, just accept the invite, Mr. Snitsky, and you should be on board. Okay. Yep, I see you. All right, I just clicked on your camera, Mr. Snitsky. Just press accept, and it'll bring you in. Okay, I do see you. Oops, said connection failed. Let's try again. All right, just give us a moment, fans. He should be coming on shortly. We do see him. Just press add, Mr. Snitsky. There it is. And there he is, former WWE superstar Gene Snitsky. Sir, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show.
Well, thanks for having me. Sorry about the technical difficulties. As you can see, I'm doing Facebook stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Listen,
Nope,
I
nope, I'm not.
no, I grew up watching you, man, in WWE. I seen the feuds you had with Kane and RVD, CM Punk, especially that baby line. Oh my God, that had me. Oh man, I was in tears, crying, like not crying, crying, but it was just funny. It was a funny storyline, and I enjoyed it. How did it feel to be a part of that? Like just going through the whole process, dealing, having that feud with Kane and Lita and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, obviously it was awesome because it was my first storyline. So I was trying to find my way because I was basically an OVW and they never really told me anything. They just kind of said, we're flying you to Raw. And I was like, okay. Like nobody told me anything. I didn't know what to expect. So I got there and found out what we were doing. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I never thought I was just like doing my job. I never really thought anything of it. And it's funny because my wife and I joke around. It's like every day I still get, oh, it's not my fault. Oh, you have a cracks me up that people remember the craziest things like that.
Yeah, no, no, it was good in the Attitude Era. It was funny watching stuff like that. It's what made wrestling before. And you see wrestling now and compared to before, it's changed a lot. We need more stuff like that, more storylines and more
Yeah,
gimmicks like that because we enjoyed it. Um,
yeah it
this
was fun to do. I mean, it's looking back on it, like now if I watch it or something, I get a chuckle out of it. But at the time, it was like basically just showed up, didn't really know what to expect, and then bam, they threw me on live TV. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Cool way to start.
Oh, that's good, man. How was it having that feud with Kane? Because I know Kane has been in the industry for a long time, and getting into a caliber with a caliber man like that, must have been something, for the first time getting on the roster. How did that feel for you?
Well, I was always a fan of his, and it was kind of funny. Him and I hit it off really well right away, so he kind of just took me under his wing and helped me. I mean, he helped me out a lot when I first started because I was new, didn't really know much about the way it worked there, and he was super cool. Always helped me out, always watching out for me, and I mean, let's be realistic. He could have been like, I don't like him, and then it could have just kiboshed the whole story, you know.
No, absolutely. It's sometimes that's how it can be in the wrestling industry. What made you become a wrestler? Who did you watch growing up in the '80s era? As you came along.
Well, I was like 10 years old, just kind of flipping through the channels on a Saturday morning because where I grew up in Pennsylvania, you had WORT TV out of New York, and they always had Saturdays, Saturday something. It was either Saturday morning superstars or something from WORT TV. It was always funny because I always turned, Channel 9 Wrestling's on. That was the channel for New York station here. And I don't know. I just remember seeing Hogan one day cutting a promo, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," because I was always like a class clown and goofing around and always trying to have fun. So I was like, "Oh, this guy just seems so much larger than life," and then just kind of started watching it on Saturdays, and then I played sports since I'm like 6 or 7 years old. So as I got bigger and more athletic, I kind of watched it and thought, "Man, I could do that. Someday I'm gonna do that." So that's kind of how it all started.
Oh, that's cool, man. Well, I'm a huge Hulk Hogan fan. I grew up watching him too. I've been a fan since I was 5, so imagine I'm 37 now, and I still watch wrestling to this day. Um, we heard through a very reliable source that you were at this event called ECPW Presents Law Division. You are known as the American Slasher, Gene Snitsky. I heard you made a hell of an impact, as well as your wife made her debut as your manager. It was very historic. Hello, pleasure to meet you. It was very historic. Frankie Flo was a part of that, Alpha Jr., the Zombie King. Can you tell us a little bit about that event that passed this Saturday?
Yeah, it's just you know Frankie and Mr. Ruda kind of got me involved, and it's been a good opportunity for myself and Alpha and Joel to kind of build this little faction that we got going. And when I do my slasher, I kind of turn into this guy, and I'll tear you apart, and whatever happens to you, I.
That's an awesome gimmick.
So that's the other guy, but this is this guy right now.
Oh, that's
So,
good, man. That's good.
yeah,
I looked
so
at it.
that just kind of fell into place, and Frankie's cool, and I love working up there. My wife and I, she was coming to the shows, and I was like, hey, you have a nice little Wonder Woman kind of look. Why don't you throw some USA stuff on and walk me out? She's like, I was like, nah, it'll be fun. She's like, 'cause she's a bank manager by day, so she's really like straight laced and quiet, and like I'm kind of the outgoing crazy one. But I talked her into it. Where's she at? There she is. So we took advantage and we got her out there, and now we affectionately call her Slash Et.
Oh, that's a very cool name for a manager. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad she was able to be a part of that, with you and enjoy the historic night. And I know it was historic being in the ring with Zombie King and being around all those guys. It's to have
Yeah,
like Zombie King.
I'm looking forward to beating them up a few more times. We have we're kind of getting to where it's going to be him and I for the belt because I have my own, he has his own, so I'm gonna have to beat him up a little bit more and take that belt off him, and display two belts here in my office because I can only display one right now, which just happens to be sitting right here.
Wow.
Yeah,
And I'm assuming that's the
pretty cool.
United States Championship.
Correct.
Okay.
You see how beautiful
Awesome.
the design is?
Yes, sir.
You
That's a
know, you
very
know the only
excellent
way it
title.
looks better. You know the only way it looks better
Put
around my
around your
waist.
waist. Oh, that's cool, man. It's I can imagine that fight between you two will be an epic battle because you as the
Well,
American Slasher,
it's
him as the Zombie King.
yeah, typical. Fast, smaller, quicker guy, big, muscular, athletic, ninja-like guy.
Hmm.
So anything could happen. You never know. I could, break out the old backflip or, I got things in my arsenal people never saw. See, they always think, oh, Snitsky, one-dimensional, blah, blah, blah. Not so, people, not so. I played pro football. I just got inducted into the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. So I'm a legit athlete. I'm not one of these wannabe wrestler guys who throws on a pair of spanks and thinks he's a wrestler. So
No, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on that. And I've seen a few postings that you have been training. You do train, you do stay in shape, and especially to be in the ring, you have to stay a certain caliber just to make sure you could be as strong as you can be, especially as the American Slasher. You gotta stand out and like, listen, I'm tearing heads, taking names, and just kicking ass. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
well, that's basically what the character is based upon. I come out, depends. Maybe one day I'll have my American flag tights on. Last show I had a nice kind of Michael Myers esque jumpsuit that I wore. So whatever mood strikes me, but I know whatever mood strikes me, I know the mood's gonna ultimately come down to me kicking somebody's ass because I'm usually in a bad mood once I don the mask and the suit. So just stay out of my way and things will go real nice and easy at LAW. You get in my way, you're gonna get your ass handed to you courtesy of the American Slasher.
absolutely, sir. Before we end the show, you're pretty much gonna have the platform to promote anything you need to promote or you want to promote. The floor is yours, sir.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank LAW once again for including myself and my wife. We love working there. It's a great promotion. If you haven't been to one of our shows, get over there now. Uh, I have a movie coming out in October. I co-produced, starred, did all the stunt works, fight coordinating, produced it. It's called 100 Acres of Hell. We won the Philadelphia Film Convention top horror movie, and we just signed a distribution deal with Indican Films. So check that out. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, 100 Acres of Hell Movie. Check us out there. Shoot me a message too on Twitter, Instagram. Twitter, at Big Gene Snitsky. Instagram, The Real Snitsky. If anybody wants to ask me questions or see what's going on in the life of Snitsky, check that out. Also got these sweet ass new shirts. And on the back, it says it's not my fault. I don't have good lighting here. So you can also get those. Just contact me. $20, 2 for 30. Who takes care of you? I do. But yeah, check out my film. Check out LAW. We got a big event coming up in Newburgh. I believe it's August 25th or 26th. Check out the website LAW for that. Also, I want to shout out to my man, Mr. Ruda, for keeping it real with the American Slasher and Slashette. And all the fans out there to continue to support me and Snitsky and my alter ego, American Slasher. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love what I do. I love the fans. If it wasn't for you guys, there'd be no Snitsky, so that's cool. And get your butt out to LAW, because if you miss the best wrestling in the Northeast, it's not my fault.
Well, sir, it was a pleasure having you on the show, as only Gene Snitsky can do. It was an honor, sir. Thank you. And I definitely will see to it this interview will be promoted all over social media, and everyone can get a glimpse at it. Thank you again, sir, for the pleasure and the honor of being on our show.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for including me. My wife
Absolutely.
says goodbye.
Yes, goodbye. Good luck. Good luck in the wrestling career, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care, sir.
You guys, thanks.
And there you have it, fans. The American Slasher, former WWE superstar, Gene Snitsky. The man is phenomenal. New York, LAW is the place to be if you want to see American Slasher, Gene Snitsky. Thank you, fans, for joining us. As always, we appreciate you watching us, supporting us. Please feel free to follow us at Evolution of Pro Wrestling on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Any questions, feel free to contact us at evolutionofprowrestling@gmail.com. Have a good night, fans. For myself and Evolution of Pro Wrestling, take care.